join us in singing We Are a Circle Moving, and it's under the W's. It's called We Are a Circle Moving. Under the W's, we
Well, if you're in the mood for spirit, you're in the right place. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pasadena New Thought Center. We are a New Thought, ancient wisdom congregation that believes in the power of our God-aligned thoughts in the form of prayer, meditation, and affirmation to create a reality that is a happy, healthy, and abundant one. It's really, truly wonderful to see you all here today. My name is Jill, and it is really a privilege and a pleasure to facilitate the service this morning. I'm going to not pretend I don't need my glasses and just go ahead. Slip them on. It'll make my life a lot easier. So a special warm welcome to any and all newcomers who are with us today. We're so happy to see you and glad you felt called to join us. And that includes those who may be watching at home, those who weren't able to attend today, and those who will be joining us in the future. If you haven't already turned off any electronic devices, please do so. We don't want to be interrupted. So what we're going to do now is create what we call our circle of love, and it's how we create fellowship here in the sanctuary. We can rub our hands together because we know that walls come down and community is created when we acknowledge the God presence that is alive within each and every one of us. So we're going to raise the palms of our hands toward one another as we create this beautiful, all-encompassing, all-inclusive, all-expansive, all-loving, unconditionally loving circle of love that just has to force its way underneath the doors, through the cracks of the windows, out into the streets, into the city, into this nation, into this world of ours, into the universe, hugging, loving everybody that it touches along the way, permeates our prayer box where all those prayers have already been answered, circles back in us, through us, around us, in a continuous vortex of energy. Namaste. So for our short and sweet inspiration today, I got from Unity, I guess for Easter, a little booklet, The Prayers We Pray. And this one seemed to dovetail very nicely with what Rev Wendy will be talking about later. So this says, When it all goes wrong, it is all right. And that's A-L-L separately. It is all right. When it all goes wrong, it is all right. I begin this new day by taking a deep breath, allowing the air to fill my lungs and center my spirit. I release my racing thoughts, set aside my endless to-do list, and rest in the presence of the divine. As I take this sacred time in prayer, I affirm all is in right order. The same universal presence that orders the cosmos and regulates the tides is active in my life. I allow myself to release any fear, doubt, or frustration, knowing that divine order is always at work beneath the surface. Beyond what my human eyes perceive, all things are aligning for my highest good. Every challenge, every detour serves a divine purpose, leading me toward my highest potential. I turn to the wisdom within and declare, I am divinely guided. With a grateful heart, I affirm, all is well, all is right, and all is God. So, let us now align for today's service by reciting our statement of being. Our statement of being sets the intention for today's service. By reciting it together, we express our willingness to open up our hearts and our minds to receive the infinite and endless store of good that God always has in mind for us. And if you don't know it, it is on the front page of your hymnal, your book there. We say together, I am spirit. I think, see, feel, and live as spirit in the presence of God. And through the power of God in me, am able to manifest the perfection of spirit in mind, body, and environment. And so it is. So this is exciting for us. We're so excited. We have a brand new featured speaker today, Rev Wendy Silvers. Rev Wendy reached out a while ago via email, and it's just nice that we finally were able to connect and have her here. So Rev Wendy Silvers is an ordained agape minister. She's a thought leader and a founder of the Million Mamas movement. She guides women and mothers to heal the mother line, embody divine feminine Magdalene wisdom, and practice prayer that liberates rather than shames. Through conscious reparenting, trauma-aware spiritual mentorship, and her global prayer circles, Reverend Wendy helps women and change makers become peacemakers in their homes, lineages, and communities. And Reverend Wendy's talk for us today is divine timing, always right on time. So she will be speaking a little later, but first she is going to lead us in meditation.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's such a joy and honor to be here. Thank you, Jill, and thank you, Stephanie. Oops, did I just turn this off? No? Is it going? Okay, good. All right, great. So let us spend a few moments by turning within. It was either have a drink or bring the mic to your face. I don't drink, so that was the joke. Okay, so I just invite you to allow your eyelids to close, bringing your awareness into your heart center, taking a long, slow, deep inhalation through your nose, and allowing this breath to rise in your body, feeling the energy rising all the way to the top of the breath, and hold it for a few seconds, and exhale like you're blowing out a candle. And taking another breath in through your nose, slow, deep. And again, allowing this energy of the breath to rise up within you all the way to the top of the breath till you feel like you can't hold it anymore, and sip in a little more air and hold that for a few seconds and slowly exhale. And one more time, breathing in, feeling the depth of the breath, feeling your heart and lung area expanding, allowing this breath to rise to the top of the breath, and again holding it, and exhaling. This is a form of regulating your nervous system, bringing your awareness to your heart center, and simply rest in the chambers of your heart as though there is a lotus at your heart and you are sitting in the center with all of the petals surrounding you for just the next few moments, allowing everything that has come before this present moment to fall away, centering in the breath. Imagine, if you will, that you are surrounded by this beautiful golden white light that completely encircles your entire body temple and indwells every tissue, every cell, every bone, every joint, every sinew, every organ, every action and function of your body, mind, and spirit, encircled, embraced, held in this beautiful golden white light. With every exhalation, going deeper into relaxation, into the timeless dimension. so gently, bringing your awareness back into this time and space, feeling yourself in the pew with your feet on the ground. You can press your feet into the ground, taking a breath and exhaling. Grateful for the sweetness of the silence, declaring that that which is caught in consciousness returns with each and every breath in this time and space. And so it is.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Stars, all of creation, God is creator, all in all, leading us to shine His light as me, as you, so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God is the love that is all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, leading us to shine His light as me, as you, so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. show me all that I can do.
Thank you. Wow, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. So good morning, everyone. I am Rev Wendy Silvers. It is my joy and honor to be here with you. Again, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Jill. And I bring you warm agape blessings. I love being in the stillness, don't you? There's such a sweetness to being in that. There's a gentle power that one can feel when you're in that stillness. It's so alive and so rich. And it's wonderful to set the tone for the service by sitting in the stillness. And I'm aware that as I stand here, that I have a privilege and we have a privilege because we can come together in a sacred space and speak about God. We can pray together. And there are groups of people in the world right now that to speak out, to gather together, to tabernacle in the spirit of their hearts with the God of their understanding, their lives would be threatened. So if we can just take like a couple of seconds and take a breath together and just send blessings to those who are unable to do what we have the freedom to do today, and just stand here in proxy for them. Just a couple seconds. Thy will be done. Thank you. So today's topic is divine timing, always right on time. And I'm going to share with you 3 ways for you to reconnect with the divine timing. So what is divine timing? Divine timing is the perfect unfoldment. It is the belief that events, opportunities, and blessings in your life occur at exactly the right time. That it seems like preparation and time come together, and that it's orchestrated by a higher power, a cosmic intelligence, divine intelligence. It's about this opening up to receiving, and we'll go more into that. And I have a couple questions for you, and you can just show me by raising your hand. Do you believe that life is happening for you and there's nothing against you? Okay, great. Couple people, great. Do you believe that all things are working together for your highest and greatest good? Great. So I think it's awesome that you believe that. And I'm going to invite you to go beyond belief and go into whole soul knowing that this is true, that everything is indeed working together for your highest and greatest good, and that there's no thing against you. Everything is for you. Einstein said that the most important decision you will have to make is whether you live in a friendly or hostile universe. And for some, that's a big leap, but that's okay, you're equal to it. We call that quantum leap. You just stair step it. So you have an invitation for that. And when you are right on time, it means that no matter the season, no matter what is happening, there's no reason to believe that you are being victimized, even if you have been in situations that felt victimizing, even if you have had things in your life that did not work out. We know that there are opportunities. I'm going to share something with you that happened for me just last night. So when I'm invited to speak, when I get the title, it begins working within me. I'm already with it. I'm being with it. I'm allowing the divine to speak through me so I know what to say. And then I sit down and I just write it out. So I have some notes to refer to as I'm speaking, so I don't go off into tangents as I have been known to do when spirit moves through me. So last night I'm sitting at my computer and I'm hitting print, and my printer is not working. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? And I'm sitting there, just again, I'm removing the computer, I'm reconnecting it, nothing is happening. Thankfully, we have Geek Squad, so I call Geek Squad 4 times, and I'm like, ah. So my husband walks out from his office and goes to the printer, unplugs the printer, plugs it back in. I reconnect the printer. Presto, it works. But in that moment, there was a gap for me. In that moment, when I was looking at what I had written to share with everybody, the message that I wanted to bring here today, and I thought, oh my God, it's just not happening. But then I remembered everything is always happening for me, that there's nothing against me. And then my husband walks out, unplugs, replugs, bam, here's my talk. So, number 1, I want you to know that we are in a movement called New Thought, right? New Thought, ancient wisdom. So if we are having a thought that doesn't serve us, we're going to have a new thought. That's the beauty. We can create another thought because we are in constant co-creation with the divine. We are not at the effect of circumstances. We get to choose. We have dominion. We have the choice. Out of any mammal in the world, in the animal kingdom, we can think outside of circumstance. So there might be something happening that looks like, and we can choose, right? Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve, the divine or the circumstance. Again and again, we can go back no matter what's going on. So when we let go of attachment of the way things we think are supposed to be, we allow for a space for the divine timing and synchronicities to flow through us. We are the instrument through which the divine flows through. It's not outside of us. And we're living in a time, how many people have keep hearing the word time? For a time such as this, in these times, in unprecedented times. Anybody hear the word time at least once in a conversation that you have with either your neighbor, your loved one, just always, oh my God, these times. Time is a man-made construct. Yes, there are 24 hours to a day. But when we live in alignment with divine timing, it's as though we're in Harry Potter land, and time bends back upon itself, and everything lines up. Even in those situations where we're looking at them going, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Anybody ever been in that situation? Okay, just half of the room, everybody else not? Okay, so that's all right. So right now, we are in a season of synchronicities and interconnectedness. We entered spring. We had the longest day. Now we have different times, right? We get up, it's dark, it's lighter, longer. We're in Lent, for those that honor that. We're in Lent, 40 days. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the 40. We have 40 days before Easter. We have Passover that starts Wednesday. Do you know, which you might know, do you know that I call him Yeshua or Yeshua? Because back in the day, There was no word for Jesus. It was Aramaic, so there was no word for Jesus. And the Christ was not his last name. He became en-Christed, the Christ nature, which is available to each and everyone, but he was really Joshua or Yeshua or Yeshua, ben Mary, son of Mary. So he was crucified during the Passover holiday. You had the Last Supper, which was a Passover Seder, and then he was crucified, and then he was resurrected on Easter Sunday, which became the celebration of Easter, and he appeared to the only woman, Mary Magdalene, which we love, the Magdalene teachings, right? The ancient teachings. Wasn't an accident that he appeared to her. But my point is, if you look at everything, it's connected at the root. So we've got people that practice earth medicine, that celebrate spring and Ostra, the goddess, right? And we have the Judaism, we have Christianity, but it's all connected. We are all connected. We are not separate from one another. Oneness does not mean sameness. So if you're ever caught by, oh, well, they're different over there. Anybody ever hear those words? They're different. Ever get caught using that word, they? Well, they do that, and they do this. We're all the same. I heard something this morning that was so beautiful, and it was somebody was reciting an experience that they had with a practitioner that they sat with. And the practitioner said, if I look at you and I cannot see me, I need to work on my practice. Because when we look at another, we should see our oneness. When you sit with somebody, and I've had the extreme honor of sitting with people for over 25 years, my experience is that each and every person has a desire for the same things. So much of it has to do with knowing their oneness with God, knowing that there is a presence that is there for them, that they can lean into, to remember their true nature, to not feel like they're lost in the woods. Now I want to go back to you and talk to you about 40, because I mentioned to you about 40. So I want to just tell you, I'm going to tell you. So there's 40 days of Lent. And then there was the 40 days and nights that Moses was on his journey, that Yeshua went into the deserts, that Elijah climbed to Mount Sinai. These numbers that you hear, right? We talk about divine timing. They're measurements of time, but they're measurements of consciousness. When you make a commitment to grow and evolve, when you make a commitment to live your life according and along spiritual guidelines, there's a time, Ernest Holmes talked about, there can be instantaneous healing, but there may be time for it to demonstrate, to show up. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. I know there's this joke that you know somebody says a prayer, and then they sit there. Ever do this? You sit there, you make a prayer, and you're like tapping your toe, like, okay, prayer. So you say the same prayer, you go back like, okay, I'm going to say the same prayer, and then you sit there tapping your toes. Where is it? Where's my prayer? Okay, wait, I'm going to go back again, because maybe God did not hear me, so I'm going to say, okay, God, where are you? And then you do the prayer again. But there is divine timing, right? There's a divine unfoldment, divine appointment, right? We talk about Yeshua as anointed and appointed. We talk about Magdalene as the devotional one. You know, this masculine and feminine, the union of the masculine and feminine that is within each and all of us, no matter what our sexual orientation is. That doesn't have anything to do with it. But the mystical marriage is the masculine and the feminine coming together, embodying that aspect, holding on to that. So when you think about divine timing, right, you see so much of masculine out of balance, right? Pushing, war, things happening. And then you see the feminine, which is about yielding, which is about nurturing, which is about receiving. So if we are able to merge that and draw upon the qualities of both, we are in sync. We're in sync with the heartbeat of this universe because we're not pushing the river. Anybody push the river? Right? Or, but if you think about a farmer doesn't, plant seeds in the earth and then stand there and say, grow, come on, right? I've done that. I've planted something and sat there well, where is it? But when I withdraw my awareness from the outer world, when I tune in to the timeless dimension, then I can access and be in that flow in the river, even when things don't turn out the way one would want them to. I can be in the flow. I can be in receptivity, and divine timing eliminates the victimization. It eliminates the pushing because it engenders and calls forth, strengthening your connection with your inner knowing. That's what Magdalene represents. The unwavering devotion to inner knowing. It's not the person that is standing in the middle of the stage talking at the top of their voice, but it's that standing in that conviction that there is no thing against me and everything is for me, that everything is working together for my highest and greatest good. Divine timing does not rush. It aligns. It unfolds with cosmic intelligence, divine intelligence. So the invitation and the charge before us today, which also happens to be the closure, we're going toward the closure of the divine feminine, which, the divine feminine is always rising. In my belief, I listen to everybody saying the divine feminine is rising, and I'm like, well, she's always been here. She wasn't hiding, but she was suppressed. And now what's happening is there is an opportunity, there's an avenue to go forward with this divine feminine energy and help midwife a new world. Who wants to help midwife a new world? I'm up for that. So, midwife, if you've ever been at the birth of a baby, you know that there's a lot. There's lots of moaning, and there's pain sometimes. There's divine timing. Unless somebody has a C-section where you go in and you coordinate with the doctor, even with that, the time that baby is born, the time that you were born was divine timing. It wasn't an accident. You're not here by accident, right? For a time such as this, were you born? Here we go with the time again. It's not by accident. I believe, this is my cosmology, that each and every person chooses. I have this joke that I tell a lot. So I say that in the invisible, before anyone incarnates, there's this big or amphitheater, right? It's outdoors. And whoever is in charge of the souls comes in with a little clipboard and says, okay, who wants to incarnate? And all the souls, all of us are there. I do. Okay, great. So step over here, or move over there because you're light bodies and you just whoosh, over there. And then the question is, so who wants to work on forgiveness? And I do. And who wants to work on health? I do. Who wants to work on trust? I do. Love. And so then the right divine timing, divine appointment, the right lineup, the soul chooses the parents. It's a sacred agreement. The soul comes down the birth canal or is lifted out. And then the built-in forgetter. What do you mean I chose these parents? Are you kidding? I did not choose them. Oh, yes, yeah, sorry to say, you did. So think of some events that have happened in your life that initially you were like, oh, I better get another seatbelt for this one. Can you think of those events in your life where you were questioning everything? Now, I know that the question why is not always the most empowering, but it can lead to, right? Because why, the truth is, if you ask somebody why they did something, there's a reason. Now, the reason might not make sense to us, but it made sense to them. So to ask why doesn't always lead us. It will never lead to satisfaction. I just want to say that. So it's okay if you say why. There's nothing wrong with it. Just know that it may not lead you to where you would like to go, because everybody's got a reason for why they do something. That's why I say divine timing, stepping out of victimization, steps out of the season and a reason for doing something and into, that was the best I could do at that time. It wasn't great. I am so sorry, and I would like to make it right with you. How can I do that? Becomes part of our way of living. And then we get to really harvest whatever occurred. What did I learn from that? What was this here to teach me? And that is the aspect of divine timing that is so important. That's where I was at that time. I used to joke with my clients when they would say, why am I here? I'm not supposed to be here. And I would say, I totally relate. I've felt the same way. But if you were meant to be somewhere else, in a different situation, you would be. So clearly, this situation, this lineup is here for something, for a reason for you to understand, for you to have a different experience. Each situation that unfolds in our lives holds information for us that can lead to transformation. We live in this time. It's information overload, right? It's just nonstop. I don't know why they call these phones smartphones. I don't think they're that smart, to be honest. But we are so connected to our handheld devices, right? It's like constant thing. But if it doesn't lead to transformation, it's just more weight. And you don't need to carry any more weight. This is the season of letting go. Spring is about rebirth, renewal. What seeds are you planting? New thought teachings. The seeds are your thoughts. What thoughts are you planting in the fertile soil, your consciousness, that will then outpicture into effect? Again, going back to dominion. Whom shall ye serve this day? God or circumstance? Will I trust? That's one of the invitations that I have for you about divine timing. Will I trust? Will I surrender? Anybody here like to control things? Oh, just a few? Oh, okay, great. So we've got a lot of people that are really good. All right. So part of divine timing is letting go of control. It's the same thing of like pulling that plant out, right? You have this invitation. I'm letting go. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about letting go. And when you let go, you open up. There's a spaciousness within you that becomes that magnet, right? You set an intention. You support it with an affirmation. When you are in the consciousness of receptivity, you set this affirmation to support your intention. And then you let go. And the universe responds by corresponding to that which has been planted. And then you see the outpicturing. But when we are in the driver's seat all the time, we're not in the divine feminine, we're more into the masculine. And then it may not turn out the way we want. Things might not look the way we want them to do. And it's all okay. Because what happens? What's the teaching here? What is this here to teach me? But my invitation to you is to see in your life where you may be blocking, denying what your intuition is telling you. Just notice for the next 7 days, when you have an inspired thought, what do you do with that inspired thought? Do you go into, okay, when is this going to happen? What time? What country? How much? Like, that's not divine timing. That's outlining. But I'm inviting you to take your hands off. Set the intention. Create an affirmation when you are vibrationally in sync. Allow yourself to just be in the process of receptivity and trust that what you are seeking is seeking you. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank you. It's divine timing. This is our time to give of some of that abundance that we've received in this life, knowing that everything that we give joyfully and lovingly from our heart comes back to us tenfold. If you have your gift, hold it between your hands, the hand of giving, the hand of receiving. If you've already put it in the basket, please raise your hands to bless the basket of all this abundance. As we say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is. And this is our love offering for you, Rev Wendy.
Gosh, I didn't realize how thirsty I was for just that talk. That was just extraordinary. So thank you again, Reverend Wendy Silvers. That was beautiful. That was just extraordinary. Thank you. So time to thank everybody. Thank all of you beautiful people who are here today. Thank you to those at home who may be watching later. Thanks to Tom and the choir for a really wonderful rendition of Use Me. It was fantastic. Thanks to Reverend Barbara, who records the service, which will stream later, at a later date. And to Marianne and Reverend Barbara for the kitchen duties. I will invite you all to bring a lily for our Easter service next Sunday. If you are so inclined, you can take it home later. Let's see, what else do I want to mention? Oh, we had an incredible art night here Friday night. Stephanie was here, Reverend Barbara was here. It was incredible. I took pictures and some video, really well attended. It was glorious. It was just so much energy and so much fun. And then I want to mention, 2 weeks from today, Dr. Nancy Bergen will be back. She's the 92-year-old, never know it, actor, minister, and she'll not only be speaking that Sunday, but she's also holding a workshop called Living Young. It'll be $25, and it'll start at 1 o'clock, and she does it all over the country. So really encourage you to be here for that. You won't leave the same way you came in. So, and there's a little special treat over in the hall, so I invite everybody to go over there and enjoy something over there. Okay, so we'll take our benediction, and then we'll have a final song.
All right, so thank you all for being here this day. Let us bring our awareness into our hearts and simply rest in that beautiful place and space. How grateful I am, how thankful I am for this time together, how grateful I am for the way in which this divine presence, infinite love, infinite peace, infinite grace, God Almighty, revealed itself this day from the very beginning to the very close in all of its glory, grateful for the remembrance and the recognition of God in all, as all, through all. And from this awareness, I bless each and every person as they are returning to the activities of their life, renewed, refreshed, reconnected with the knowing that they are one with the one. I bless their travels. I bless their lives. I call forth peace and peace of mind, grace, beauty, health, vitality, robust health, abundance, prosperity. And I widen the lens and I call forth peace around the world, in all of the hot spots. May any and all violence cease locally, globally. May a new vision, a world that is in service to the highest and the greatest good of all, emerge beautifully, and may all feel held and loved. And with an open and grateful heart for this and so much more than words can say or eyes can see, I simply allow this word to be, knowing it is done, knowing it is so, I say, Amen, Ashe, Aho, it is done. Hallelujah. And so it is.
Our closing song is going to be This Land is Your Land. You can find it in your hymnals. Toward the end, under the T's.
Thank you.